to wins, which means that everybody else is just super close up towards the top. So let's take a look at SKT. They definitely did get better in round 2. I think part of that is their schedule that they did have for the beginning of round 2. The only loss they've taken so far was KT, and that was a 1-2 loss.
It's just such a hard thing to really have an informed opinion on. Did SK Telecom get a lot better, or did they have an easy schedule? I think there is fundamental improvements in their macro that can be judged based on just their own play, but also you can't take away the strength of schedule situation. It is very clear that they have a very hard run-in. We look at the side of Gen.G, BroTV making fun of just how close the ending of Gen.G versus Griffin game number 2 was. One auto attack on the Nexus from the Orianna might have been enough. Cuvée finishing the Nexus on the other side. You get that Nexus, you win the damn game.
Cuvée, the big shining light on the side of Gen.G, but I feel like as a team, they've just looked so much more solid. Fly in the mid lane.
You're not giving Tahm Kench to core JJ without a big plan, so they're either taking it away or they have something really set up first pick.
Yeah, they ban away 2 of the supports. 2 of those big engaged supports. They take away Core JJ's biggest pick as well. Means that Gen.G can't just first pick, you know, Tahm Kench's Varus or anything like that for their side. They may take the Varus, but they won't have that protection with Core JJ.
And what can they take is the interesting point, because a lot of teams value stuff differently. Zoe, for example, is open in this game and has been very highly prioritized recently. After the Orianna matchup was seen as strong into it, mention also that Orianna is banned on the red side, but they're going to first round Varus to deny Varus Tahm Kench, probably the strongest blind duo lane, and they're going to take just the Trundle for the jungle, but Sejuani is back in. We might just see the tank battle there, unless Blank wants to get aggressive. The Kindred some people prefer. It is a riskier choice, but if Pirean is always going to be rotating first with his jungler, you can understand why they would consider the Kindred.
I really do like that idea. Blank has been unleashed. He is the new carry from the jungle. He looks like a totally different player with Pirean in the mid lane. It's part of the argument, but he does jump onto the Sejuani here, so gonna move away from the Kindred. Also thinking about their AD carry will be Ashe, in fact, that comes in here for SKT.
It's a bit of 2017 spring meta. Varus versus Ashe every game is increasingly becoming a standard story. Notice that SKT would not first round the Zoe, and we haven't had teams able to do this in a long while. That last pick on the red side has the value.
Gen.G thinking about something that they can just, you know, do damage to the front line as SKT move into picks that are a little bit squishier and that are going to be diving. The Rise and the Cannon. A couple of barrels to the face can definitely discourage them from jumping on in. I do like that pick there from Cuvée. And, I mean, the Rise, even, you know, outside of trying to go for that idealistic engage with the AP Cannon, has shown so much success on taking objectives and a huge map presence once again.
So there's actually a lot of parity in terms of the broad strokes of these drafts. Pick comps on both sides. Varus and Zoe, very much a pick comp. Sejuani jungling for hard CC in every lane, definitely can be a pick comp. But the siege from Gen.G is really oppressive, and they're all running cleanse to try to stop the Ashe arrow, or for example, the first CC like the Sejuani ultimate from being relevant. So it does feel like unless you can get those cleanse cooldowns blown, basically off cooldown, if Gen.G get out of the laning phase, either even or ahead, they're going to be able to come up to a very oppressive siege, similar to the Zoe Ezreal we've been seeing very commonly in recent match days. And SKT, short of an AP cannon flank, won't have that much threat onto the back line. So I'm really looking to see which type of cannon we're getting, and if it's not going to be the AP, whether they can set up for a 4-1.
Well, Ambition hanging around here, but actually SKT is looking for the dive chains of corruption, but there is that ultimate effort, gets the 3 stacks on the ruler. The Wish comes in and he has a bit more health, and JJ, rather effort is going to be locked down. Finally, Blank and Pirean get into the lane. They were zoned out for so long, but the first blood will go to effort in the bottom lane.
SKT have more members there. Again, they're there first. Again, that's what happens with Pirean very frequently. Nice to see from SKT. Ruler is out of the lane. Tao chases down Cuvée. This map is controlled by SK Telecom T1.
They are running the play. It didn't look like Gen.G knew that the rotation was coming in. Ambition was there, but really close to the turret here were Ruler and Core JJ as this fight started.
Again, look at the minimap. You think first, yep, Ambition's there first, but of course, 2 members of SKT are joining and that means that Ruler is out of position. Ruler thinks he's got first position because Ambition is the closest member to be there, but after that, we just see the teleport come in to guarantee the kill.
They're gonna be there a little bit later. Looks like Gen G know that this is happening, but can they steal it? It's gonna be up to the side of the Battle Star, maybe the smite, but he's held down, and here's Tall coming in. There's the big burst damage from the AP cannon. He gets the kill onto the Trundle, and they want more. Fly is on the run there, but the arrow is perfect. A double kill to the Rise of Pirean, and a huge start to the game from SKT.
That's gonna put down the Rift Herald in mid lane as well. There's Pirean on your screen, no doubt rallying the troops. Great assertive play with the Abyssal Voyage. They get to the mid lane, they put down the Rift Herald, they control the map. Remember, top side is where SKT had the advantage. That's where they had the strong lanes with the cannon. Gen G say, well, SKT stole away our Drake, let's steal away a Rift Herald. No, you need to prepare for that moments in advance. Gen G realized it too late, SKT knew about it.
And it's a second Infernal, which just means more action should come here in the next couple of minutes in this game.
We're seeing inaction though, Gen G don't know exactly what to do. Gonna be a bit of damage onto the Tahm Kench.
Yeah, he gets locked down for way too long here. The stopwatch comes in, he gets the gray health, but he is gonna go down. The Wish keeps Ambition alive too here. Blank coming on in, and the TP here from Cuvée, trying to break down that front line now as SKT.
To try to get that particular Infernal.
Free
boy. Damage.
Once again, Pirean just going on in. The Realm War here, Ambition, the arrow does go wide, but even through the Wish, he gets it as Fly does not block for his teammate, and Ambition goes down. Oh boy, turned into a 1v1, and then they all come over and rotate, and they get the big kill on the jungle.
And Pirean spares the blushes of Bang, who really should have hit that Ashe arrow, misses it. They still get the kill. That Baron, 20 seconds left on Ambition, could be started at any moment. Watching this one here, double control wall, they started up.
They're thinking about it now. They know that Ambition's not there. The TP is going to come in, though, from Cuvée. They do want to challenge in here. SKT not super healthy on Blank, but the other two members very healthy. Look at Tall from the top side. He would love a flank here, but the smite is going to be in from the side of Blank, and there you go. Ruler going to take a ton of damage in the front line. Here comes Tall looking for 4 members. Going to get on top of Cuvée, but he wants to get Ruler. Not going to get the best flank, but they get the Baron, which is all they really wanted in the end.
Tall realizes he's walking on vision and doesn't actually have a team fight to try to kill, so he just evacuates. He just ults one person and gets out. There's no point to overcommit there. You already got the Baron. You don't need to have triple kills in your eyes when you already got the big objective.
Yeah, I mean, he does his job, certainly. It put Gen G in a bit of an awkward spot. They're not able to get the steal, and a really nice decision after Ambition gets caught here in the jungle.
Ambition is guilty, more than most junglers, of walking up to unwarded brush and dying. The Ashe arrow here guarantees his death. It ends up being a fortunate one, just dies. Core JJ not able to get the last heal off to try to keep him here the past 30 minutes.
Look at SKT, I love the zoom out here. Just looking for the pick, it's gonna land on the side of Ruler. He has his cleanse, he's gonna hold on to it for now. Ambition is forced to flash away, but they're turning out to Pirean. Nice devour there right on time. Here's Tall, trying to go through the front line actually. It's not gonna work out though, has to Zhonya's. This should be a good pick on a Tall, they get it here. And the 5v5 for SKT with no flank, just Tall going in the front line is not gonna work out.
Tall desperately botches the engages, even a lane ward to spot such a play. He goes down, trying to make the AB cannon work for the first time. SKT back away. Remember, Baron is on the Rift.
And look at this now with control of the river. Fly beginning to control space on the Zoe, looking for the picks, trying to stop backs. As Gen G now with the 1 kill, they want to get as many objectives as possible. They'll pick up their first turret in the mid lane.
If you're trying to make an engage on the Shield team, on the defensive team, the Samsung Galaxy into KSV and now Gen G, has always been, your execution needs to be better. So far, we can see that the win streak for SKT has improved their fundamentals. They got a huge lead, but now they're trying to make a pick and then combo it with the cannon. Ambition stands in the front because he's the one who can tank for days. We're watching in the picture-in-picture the Baron.
They backed on a ward. Gen G backed on a ward, falling apart around them. It's like Inception right now. Pirean, though, might have been caught out. Trying to 1v1. Where did Fly go? That's just going to be the 1v1, and Pirean will die too. but now Blank is going to come in here with a side of effort. Bang trying to get in vision. Kali gets the perfect flank here behind Ruler, and that should be enough damage. Takes the two of them out, as well as Ambition, the last one to survive. The barrel's not going to be enough, and with the Baron buff, it looks like SKT secured game number 1.
There's only isolated moments for Gen G where it looks like they could win, but the gold lead is because SKT were reliable. Their macro was strong, their 1-3-1 was strong. They closed out the game, and it's a well-deserved victory for SKT.
You said it best, Papa. They deserve this one. Gen G, an incredibly strong team, second in the league, but now Pirean coming in here for the side of SKT. They pick up another win up against a really strong team. The streak continues for SKT.
Zoe comps have been so strong this week of LCK. Zoe Ezreal, Zoe Varus, all about the siege. What are you going to do against Cleanse Zoe and Cleanse Varus? Well, guess what? You can 1-3-1, make no mistakes, and then make great macro choices in the early game to steal away Drakes that should have been Gen G's on the strong side of the map. For Gen G, it was SK Telecom picking up the early Drakes, and then by the end, they were able to play the 1-3-1 close to flawless. Was every engage from Tile perfect? No. Was there some small mistakes? Yes. But when you play the early game so cleanly, you can make a couple of mistakes and still win the game.
And again, I mean, Gen G, they're coming off a super hard schedule. They're going into the easier part of their schedule. They're in second place. This should have been the match that they're favored in, but SKT just outplaying them straight up in game number 1. A lot of dumbfounded looks on the side of Gen G, as perhaps they didn't expect SKT to be this clean, but that they were. We'll see if Gen G has something new for game 2.
Another thing you didn't expect is to fly, use the portal jump forward, and dies to 2 overloads and a W. Okay, that's some pretty cool damage from Pirean to open this one up. We're seeing the SKT squad walk over. They're looking at the replay. It seems like they've got good things to see. On the big screen, Tal comes in the back line. Doesn't explode everyone, but does a great hand in shutting them down. And SK Telecom T1, suddenly, they won the first game, and appreciate how clean and how prepared SKT looked. They were able to make the game theirs, and Gen G, this team that is so defensive, that usually is so reliable, just couldn't diagnose the problems in their execution. SKT outplaying them, as we gave you a little flash there of the MVP. Spoilers, it's Pirean.
Yep. Won the lane in terms of just trading up against the Zoe, had more of an impact on the just on the map in general. His rise looked really fantastic. He is going to be staying in for game number 2, guys.